I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to every one of you who opened your hearts and opened your wallets to make sure that this little girl, Lorelei Bell Chambers, and her family will have a little less pressure on them this Christmas. As you know, Lorelei was in that car accident where she broke her neck. Her family was desperately let down by a health system that didn't scan her for a broken neck. Instead, it sent her home. She ended up having what's called a hangman's fracture. That should kill you. She had a broken neck, but a couple of days later, her parents took her back to hospital and eventually she ended up with the care that she deserves. Now, we're still going to keep a lot of pressure on the health officials who let things down so badly, but the truth about the life of a lot of people who end up in hospital, and I know that the Bell Chambers are no different than thousands of people who are in hospital this Christmas. But when you've got a little one who needs maximum care, you can't work. You certainly can't work the way that you used to, and that means that we've got to make sure that we followed up on their story. We did, and you answered the call. $40,000 has been raised in the past 24 hours, and this little girl will now have a comfortable Christmas, not just because of the money, but it means the worry that mum and dad may have had about paying the rent, about paying the power bills, about keeping life ticking over, it's going to not be there for them this Christmas. So thank you to every single one, and I could watch her run around freely all day long. Remember, this was a little girl who could have ended up paralysed for life. She could well have died because of the accident and the lack of care that she got in those early days. But thankfully, she's not just walking, she's running. She's not just running, she's smiling, and she, like every almost 2-year-old, is screaming from the rooftops in pleasure every time she watches her favourite little Wiggles shows or gets to hang out. And sadly, it wasn't an ice cream, but she seemed to enjoy it just as much, the Sky News microphone. Until midnight tonight is that appeal, which is going to stay up, and I want to say thank you to, among others, Tina McQueen and plenty of other people on the Central Coast who have helped us put this in place. It was our idea to support the family who was very humble, and thank you so much. So we'll keep plugging it all night long, and let's get that hug as big as possible to make sure that that worry just dissipates, not just for Christmas, but let's set them up for the start of 2020, which will, of course, be a much better year for Lorelei and her family than what they've had to go through in 2019. So from me to you, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.